this QL, because this is the side that I'm shortening. And to do it, hook your hands underneath, and I'm holding onto the ankles, holding the hip here. Inhale. Exhale, press your ankles into my hand. Okay?
So she's trying to fire her QL in your point.
That's right. Yeah?
So her left QL is pretty weak.
That's right. So we're testing the right side, the closed side, Killian. The closed side, not this side, this side.
Not the long side.
Yeah? Okay. You test the muscle by shortening it. Does that make sense? Okay. Inhale.
By making her flex.
Exhale, press your ankles into my hand. Wow, even more interesting, right? Okay, so there's a couple of applied kinesiology rules I want to talk about. So applied kinesiology is the grandfather of muscle testing. The biggest shame about that is that it's maybe it was formed in the 50s or something like that, not that long ago. And then they developed a really closed group. So the International College of Applied Kinesiologists kept all of their research to themselves. And then as a result of that, it was dying. And lately they've started to open up. But to be honest, the information is so dated, it's not really useful if I'm going to be completely honest. So then after a little while, what happened, and applied kinesiology was developed by medical practitioners and chiropractors. So it's very much musculoskeletal. And they believe that these muscles connected to organs, which then connected to meridians. And that's as far as they went with energetics. And then a bunch of people said, you know, we can test food. And of course, these guys are like, no, you can't test food. So then these people branched off and created a system called classical or systematic kinesiology, which is a system of kinesiology which is easier to learn and it's a lot more popular. Then a whole bunch of other people said you can test emotion, you can test backflow remedies, you can test aromatherapy oils, and of course this was kind of like a little just too crazy for everyone else, right? So they branched off and called themselves health kinesiologists, which is probably the most watered down version of muscle testing, and it's very easy to learn that stuff. But anyway, well, one of the things that they talk about is that when you have bilateral QL weakness, it relates to gut health. And if you think about it, if your large intestine, well, if your guts aren't working properly, then it will press against the QL. I'm just going to, seeing that it's come up, I'm just going to show you guys the technique. So the ICB, the ileocecal valve, the valve between the large and the small intestine, basically the sphincter that determines what you're going to keep and what you're going to let out. Yeah? Okay. And to get that, you go from the iliac here, the ASIS here, and the belly button. And you bring your fingertips together, and it's right in the middle to about here.
On the right side?
On the right side.
But here where the appendix would normally be.
Yeah. Okay.
It's, what's it called again?
Sensitive.
Ileocecal valve. I-L-E-O. C-E-O-C-A-L-C-E-A-C-O-L. You know, I couldn't tell you. I call it the ICB.
We can Google it.
Yeah.
Is that also an acupuncture?
No. No. But you can massage. I highly recommend massaging this area if you're constipated. Yeah, it works. Yeah.
So what's your finger on right now?
ICB, the ileocecal valve, that sphincter that determines what are you going to keep as nutrition and what are you going to move out.
Not the one you're pressing when you're pooping.
No, because that's down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
But I thought like
With this,
Yeah.
with
There's
this,
so you have food going to the digestive system, then small intestine. Small intestine is like where your body's absorbing all the good stuff and all that kind of stuff, and then goes into large intestine, where it's basically beginning to turn into shit.
Yeah.
But your large intestine is still absorbing other stuff. Have we missed anything out there? No. Yeah.
would this valve also be tender or painful if you have chronic diarrhea?
Yes. Yeah, and also if you push up compared to pulling down, you can tell what's going on with the person. And Abby's probably a bit more constipated now than diarrhea. Or is it the other way around?
Neither.
How often are you going?
Couple times a day.
oh, so that's good.
2-3 times. Okay.
Congratulations.
I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's not all coming out. Yeah. 2-3 times a day is really good.
Pretty consistent.
Yeah. Okay. So,
But that might just be because I only really eat vegetables.
okay. She only eats vegetables.
I eat a lot of veggies.
So as I'm holding here, it's like my fingertip is right in the middle of a ring, and because I've allowed, she's just let me drop into that spot now. So I'm going to use this finger to exaggerate the movement of what's going on here. And it's like her sphincter is guiding me. How you doing? It's like you could do loads more massage work here, for sure.
Is there an emotional component to that?
Yeah, like, what it does is it tells you what's the stuff you need to keep and what's the stuff you need to let go of. Holding on to shit. Literally. Holding on to shit. Like, because, everyone who knows Abby knows that she's good at just moving shit, right? But she still maybe has some shit. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, push against you.
Oh.
How's that? Wow. Right? Inhale. Exhale, press towards Kalia. So there's still a little bit over here that we want to work on. Okay? Did you feel that? Yeah?
So why? Yeah.
No, I said when it's bilateral. Like, so something in these schools of kinesiology, they have these little principles. When it's bilateral, when they're both not functioning, it means something else. Go to this organ or whatever. And I don't usually teach it, but seeing that it's come up, I want to show you guys it. There's a couple that I really, really, really want to show you in particular, actually.
So can bilateral QL issues lead to the appendix first then? If they're
That I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know, yeah.
So if one side was firing and one side was not, you would not have done that?
No, I would have just gone to the QL. That was not firing. Right.
Okay.
John, well, could that be because of like something I ate maybe just yesterday?
Could do. Absolutely.
I know.
No, for sure.
What did you eat?
I had macaroni and cheese for dinner.
We did too.
We did too!
And hot
I
dogs.
wanted comfort.
Wow!
So bad.
And Lola too.
Yay.